Hey, everybody, welcome to this Xbox Life episode number 530, titled XCloud. This is a show about Xbox gaming, so it's Xbox, gaming, and then Xbox gaming, period, I guess. And anything else that we want to talk about, but mainly gaming, of course. I am one of your hosts. My name is Rob, also known as Presar, and with me, as always, I got my bestest bud, Mr. Mark.
Greetings, everybody.
It is I, Wingman 709. Say it like that.
It is I, Wingman 709.
Hey, you remember from Skylanders, you had Chaos? It is
Yeah.
I, Chaos. Yeah, it is I, Wingman.
The one and only.
Yeah, but you won't be in the clearance bin for $2 like Chaos
Never know.
was.
You never
Yeah,
know.
well, you definitely won't be in the clearance bin at Toys R Us.
That's for sure.
Yeah. Although I did hear something that they are possibly going to come back. Did you hear that?
I've heard rumors of some sort to that, but
You
we'll
know,
see.
it'll probably be how like Circuit City came back, right?
Like in Canada only or something.
Or yeah, something like that. Somebody bought the name and then I don't know, misused it, didn't use it, sort of used it, but it's not the same. But we shall see. I think we need a big toy store. So we don't have to go back and forth between. Actually, no, Toys R Us was kind of an expensive toy store, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
But they had
I
stuff.
wonder why they closed.
Yeah. It was all downhill after I think they merged with Babies R Us. And I hated Babies R Us. Where, they had like 15 different kinds of towels. But you know what? A towel's a towel. They're all the same. Doesn't matter what
No,
label you put on it.
It's not.
Well, you had the burping towels. Then you had like the wiping the baby's head towel. Then you had like the one for wiping the baby's cheek towel. That's how it
Okay,
goes. That's enough towel talk.
that's enough towel talk. Exactly.
So, real quick, you can listen to us live on Twitch, Mixer, and YouTube Sundays, 10 p.m. Central, 11 p.m. Eastern. And that winds up being what, 8 p.m. Central? Not Central, Pacific.
Pacific.
Which time zone are you in now? Okay, that's an easy one. You're in Pacific. And then we are not affiliated with Microsoft or the Xbox in any way. This is a show being done by fans for fans of the Xbox. The views and opinions expressed in this show do not reflect those of Microsoft. So, on with the show. Mark, my man, what you been playing?
Gems of War. I'm at like level 490. No, 489. I hit today.
Oh,
so
nice.
Closing in on 500.
Is there a limit? Is there like a
No,
top limit?
no, not that I'm aware of. I know there's people in our clan that are over level 1,000.
Wow.
Yeah, so level 500 is not really anything to brag about.
Level 500 means you're slow.
Exactly. But and I also did try to play some more Far Cry New Dawn. Um I don't know when this game's going to end. Seems to me when I first got this game that this game was supposedly like a 6-hour story. I'm crying foul because I've got to have about 10 hours into this thing and I'm still not done. It's just like I just want it to be over.
Oh, one of those.
It's not bad. It's just, it's just Far Cry. It's just, so it doesn't. I don't know. I'm really bored with gaming right now, man. Like, I'll sit here. I was doing it earlier today, and I'm like, I'm gonna play something, and then I look at what I've got, and I was like,
Meh.
I don't want to play anything. Like, I have no desire to play anything.
I know
It's
what you
just,
mean.
it's killing me. I hate that. Uh, I can't get back into Anthem. I've maxed Anthem out. I need to play Prey, which I haven't started. Haven't even started. I'm trying to finish Far Cry. I need to go and play. Is it Battlefield? I don't even know what it is.
1 and 5 or
1 or
V?
5 or the stories. I don't
No,
know.
Battlefield V.
Um,
Come on.
I don't know. I know there's stuff on my dashboard that I never did finish Red Dead Redemption. I never did finish. I was playing that one of your favorite games, one of the Wolfenstein.
Wolfenstein.
Yeah, one of the Wolfenstein games. Um, and I never finished it, and they're just sitting there, and I'm just like,
Yeah, I know. I know what
I
you
don't.
mean.
Gems of War. It's like I'll just play that, if I play anything. I don't know. I'm in a bad slump right now, where gaming just really doesn't interest me.
No, for the longest time I was in I don't say a slump, but it was like too much effort to sit upright to play a game. You know what I mean? And it's like I was so exhausted all the time from work and not enough sleep that like when I had a moment to do something, I would rather just lay on the sofa, like cover myself with a blanket and sort of like listen to the TV.
Right.
Or
Yeah,
or is that
I've
just
been
being
watching a
old?
lot more TV. I don't know.
It's it's almost like you sometimes need more of like more mental relaxation where just like a TV show is like the bare minimum. All it is just watching.
You just have to lay there. Ugh.
Yeah.
Even that's boring though. That's the thing. It's just like I don't know. Like I don't have an interest to watch TV or to play games anymore. It's just I don't know. I need to I don't know. Just get out,
Go
enjoy
out
the day.
go outside and play.
Yeah, yeah, that's more fun. Maybe I'm growing up finally.
No, no. Say it ain't so.
No kidding.
I was just looking on howlongtobeat.com and they say Far Cry New Dawn, the main story is a median of 11 hours.
Ugh.
So that's kind of where you're at, isn't it?
It feels like I'm beyond that. I don't know. I think I'm in the final part of the game.
Or you hope it
Um,
is.
I hit something the other day and it came up and said intermission, and I was like, intermission? What? I was
Wait,
like,
did it say intermission or
it
halftime?
came up and said intermission, and usually intermission's like at the half point,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
then it said like chapter 3 or something or act 3 or something. So I think I'm getting into the last part of the game. So, but
They say main plus extras is about 15 to 17 hours.
well, I just gotta try to knock the story
Yeah.
out. So
Or just put it on your pile of unfinished.
everything is. That's what everything is.
Yeah.
The pile of unfinished games. So
Yeah. Oh, wow. Somebody has 53 hours on PC.
oof.
30. So the longest is. Oh, interesting. So they have. So let's say like main story, single player, average is 11 hours, median 11 hours, rushed 8.5, and leisure is 13. That's interesting. So if you're like rushing through it, or if you're taking your time, it shows all of them. Pretty cool. That's howlongtobeat.com.
I might have to look up Prey. That's
Oh, let's see. Pray.
how be.
I'm there.
Yeah,
So the
but I need.
2017 version of Prey. Whoa. Oh boy. So main story 16 hours.
Oh, I'm not even gonna bother with it.
Main plus extras is 27 and a half.
It's
I would imagine extras would be DLC, probably.
a cool site.
So
I
PC, the longest recorded was 100 hours. 72 hours for Xbox One.
Rage 2 is 9 hours for the main
Oh,
story,
that's it?
13 hours for the extras plus the main, and then the completion. This is 24 and a half. Oh,
Interesting.
oh, here we go. Red Dead Redemption 2, 45 and a half hours just for the main
Oh,
story.
jeez.
75 hours with the extras and 152 hours for completion. Wow. I need something that's just, I don't know.
Here, play What Remains of Edith Finch. That's 2
2
hours.
hours. There we go.
Yeah, if you
Yeah, the whole completionist is what, 2.5?
yeah, that adds only another half hour.
That's awesome.
Yeah, if you click into those, it gives you more detail.
Oh yeah, it does. Look at that.
Persona 5, 96 hours. Whoa.
Cool site.
Yeah, it is. It definitely is. Portal is only 3 hours. Look at
Oh,
that.
you can put your Steam ID in here and it'll tell you how long it'll take you to beat your Steam collection.
Mm-hmm. Get to it.
Oh, that's funny.
49 years. But yeah, it's got some cool stuff. It's got all the platforms on there, all the systems,
Yeah.
all that good stuff.
Bookmark
So
that page.
so is that it? Right? Far Cry and
That's it. Yeah.
Gems.
Yeah. Far Cry and Gems of War.
Okay.
Oh, I got to see if Gems of War is on this list.
That technically has no end though.
I know. That's what I'm curious. I want to see what they come up with. So the main story is 72 hours, is what they're claiming.
That's like how much time you spend
That
in like 1 month playing it, right?
that's a lie because I think I've got 500 hours and it's not over.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, not many people pulled on that one. Only 3 people. Looks like. Why don't you get pulled on it so you can totally screw the curve?
Yeah, no kidding.
All right. So for me, I've been playing my usual Fortnite, Battle Royale and Save the World, Clash Royale as usual. And I've bumped up into the higher levels in there after they made the recent change on it. So it was interesting. I got a couple games now where I'm playing with level 13 people and all of their cards are maxed out at level 13. And it's like when you get that and you're not maxed out, there's like no hope unless that other person really screws up bad, like timing wise.
Uh-huh.
It is like so difficult because, you know, 1 for 1, if you have like a wizard going against a wizard, their wizard will always kill your wizard. You know what I mean? Because theirs is more powerful. So even if they hit each other the same amount of times, yours will die and theirs will have like a little shred of health. And that's kind of annoying. But yeah, still continuing with that. I got back into some Overwatch. Haven't played that in some time now. Were you gonna say something?
No.
No? Okay. Played some Overwatch. Definitely good times there. And looks good on the Xbox One X. I think, didn't they do some kind of patch or something for it? I don't remember. Anyway. And then Dauntless came out last week. So Dauntless is a new game from Epic. Well, not done by Epic, but it's through their store. Forgot the name. Phoenix Labs or something like that.
Yes, Phoenix Labs.
Yeah, that's the name of the company. And so this is like a lighter version of Monster Hunter, sort of. So instead of fighting monsters, you're fighting behemoths, and you start off with a character that you go and you fight with everybody else, and you level up your character, get better armors, all that good stuff, weapons. And it's a nice game. It's got the Fortnite look to it. So, I mean, the graphics are pretty nice and all. The interesting thing about it, I guess, that I ran into is that apparently Phoenix Labs has not been prepared for the amount of popularity in their game. And I think the first time I played it, I got in just fine. And then I remember, I think it was on Friday night, I got stuck in a queue. And the queue was 5,000 people. So it said, you are in a queue to log into the game. And it didn't take long. It was probably 10 minutes, maybe, if that, 10 minutes or less, in order for me to get into the game. So it shows you, it counts down, it shows you where you are in the queue. And I played it a little bit on Saturday. Again, had no problems getting into the game. I fired it up this morning, and it said, you are in queue, position 70,000.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, okay. Let me see how quickly this thing goes down. So it sat there for about 10 minutes. I was doing some other stuff for about 10 minutes, and it didn't even budge. It was stuck at 70,000. So I don't know if they had server problems, if they were even admitting people, because I would have thought at least it would have dropped. I mean, because on Friday, if I went from 5K to 0 in 10 minutes, you would have figured it would have at least dropped to like 69,000 something, but it didn't budge. So I didn't play today. Not at all. And, I was actually thinking about that a little bit, where, what's worse, having a gated entry to a game where you might not get in, but the game runs okay, or to have those disastrous launches where the game is just brutal. It just doesn't function at all. What do you think? Either one? Doesn't.
Either.
They're not ideal, definitely.
No.
Although, as I would rather, if the game can't function properly because of too many people, I would rather have people not get in. So at least those people that do get in do get an okay experience.
Right.
That's what I'm thinking. And at least they did that right, as opposed to some of those games that just don't respond. We're talking to you, EA, right? Although not in a while. But the game itself is pretty cool. The graphics are nice. Still takes a little bit of getting used to in terms of stuff that you're trying to do, and it gives you quests and things like that. So it's nice. We'll see if Phoenix Labs can up their server client handling at all. I'm sure they're probably really scrambling, although that sucks to go into a holiday weekend, right? Because chances are people are off and they might not do anything this weekend.
Yeah.
But yeah, and the game is free to play. So you don't need to purchase anything in order to play. But it does have the equivalent of the Fortnite Battle Pass in there.
Not that you could play anyway.
Yeah. You just need to choose a non-popular time. Apparently, like, actually, I think I did a little bit on Thursday night. I think that's when I loaded the game. So Thursday, Friday was sort of okay. Saturday was fine. Sunday, no chance. At least during the day. It might be okay now, but who knows. But yeah, you might want to check it out. If anything, it's free. You can try it out. It's in the Xbox store, and you can find it on PC in the Epic launcher. But yeah, that's been about it for me.
Cool.
I think. I thought I tried something else also, but not sure. Anyway, a couple quick announcements. If you would like to support the show, one great way to do that is through Patreon. You can get to that through thisxboxlife.com/Patreon. You can support us for as little as $1 a month. Definitely not required, but definitely appreciated. Also, you can leave us a tip at thisxboxlife.com/donate. Also, subscribe to us on Twitch, Mixer, and YouTube. Actually, I wonder if those are working. Who knows? Oh, I closed the window.
The Mixer and the Twitch are up,
Okay, good. Excellent.
and I got a thing showing YouTube.
Yeah. I see we got some. Oh, YouTube's working? No
I got
way.
I got an email saying it was working
It's
when you started the
fantastic.
show.
Oh, let me.
Yeah, we're live there on YouTube right
'Cause
now
I was
too. So
monkeying with that YouTube thing last week for a little bit, trying
doesn't
to.
mean it's working, but
It's enough of a.
it's there.
It's a tease. Let's see. YouTube is still
Oh,
hosed.
but
Oh well. One of these days, YouTube will work.
it
Anyway,
was. I'm seeing it working.
yeah,
Yes,
it's still it's because on the
I'm.
console it shows sending data. Oh, now Mixer's sending data.
Don't ignore that because I'm looking at all three feeds and they're working. So
Oh,
let's move
super. Okay,
on.
Wunderbar. Okay, all right. So let's get on to the topics. So first thing we've got here is some news about a game that's near and dear to your heart.
Yes, yes, I was actually happy to see this. In fact, I mentioned this I think just last week, and here it is. Dead Island 2 is apparently still alive. It's one of 80 games in development at THQ Nordic.
80.
Um, 80, yes. There was another article about that I saw somewhere else about all the games in development at THQ Nordic, but um, Dead Island 2 is a game that was announced about 5 years ago and has gone through numerous development setbacks, but it's still being worked on. This was revealed in a financial report call over a slide that included upcoming releases um, from the publisher. CEO Lars Wingfors simply said, Dead Island 2 still being worked on. Stay tuned. And the slide showed a logo for the Dead Island 2, confirming it's still coming to PC, PS4, and Xbox One, but no additional info. So I'm glad to know that it's still being worked on. So I'm excited by that.
Well, hopefully it's active development and not one of those where they'll have to make like two engine changes because the engines got obsoleted or something
Yeah.
through the
So
process.
so for me, it's still good news.
Oh, definitely.
Um,
And hey, I've got a spoiler for Dead Island 2, by the way.
oh yeah.
Lee's a zombie.
Oh man. I don't have to, guys. Now I guess you saved me some money.
I just took it from like a 15-hour playthrough to 0, right?
Yeah, exactly.
More couch time. Woohoo!
um.
Awesome.
Okay, so that was it for Dead Island 2.
Yeah.
The other big thing that I posted this in our Facebook group
Yeah.
too. This was on the Xbox Wire that Project XCloud. It's more. There's more for gamers and developers. So this was I thought this was a cool article. I'm actually going to read this because I want everybody to hear. It's not that long, but I want to read it because there's some really good information in here. And if you're not familiar with what Project XCloud is, this is Microsoft's game streaming technology that is currently in testing for Microsoft employees. It's at the state. Well, I think they mentioned that in here. So I'll just read this. But it says last fall we pulled back the curtain on Project xCloud, our game streaming technology. Our vision for Xbox is that you can play the games you want with the people you want on the devices you want. Project xCloud brings us closer to fully realizing that vision. Our teams around the globe have been hard at work building out and testing the system. We recently rolled out an alpha version to Microsoft employees through our take home program and are using the feedback to make improvements, ensuring Project xCloud offers customers a great experience. The driving purpose behind Project xCloud has been to enable playing great games anywhere, anytime. From the beginning, our aim has been seamless compatibility. We want to make it as easy as possible for developers to make their games available to all gamers with support for existing games, those currently in development, and future games. The power of Project xCloud, the seamless capabilities for developers, and the new places to play for gamers comes from the Azure data centers spanning the globe, with hardware that shares a common set of components with our Xbox consoles. We've already deployed our custom Project xCloud blades to data centers across 13 Azure regions, with an initial emphasis on proximity to key game development centers in North America, Asia, and Europe. Leading global development teams such as Capcom and Paradox Interactive now have the ability to easily test their games directly from Project xCloud without having to port to a new platform. This is just the beginning of our build out, with our ultimate goal of supporting games in Azure, gamers in Azure regions around the world. All right, so here they get into some kind of cool numbers here. Today you can play 3 generation of amazing games on Xbox One. That means that Project xCloud has the technical capability to stream more than 3,500 games without any changes or modifications required by a developer. In other words, developers will be able to dramatically scale their existing games across devices with no additional development, no additional code, base maintenance, and no additional code base maintenance and no separate updates. When a developer updates the Xbox One version of those titles, those updates will also apply to all versions available in Project xCloud without any additional work. There are currently more than 1,900 games in development for Xbox One. Okay, I'm gonna stop right there. That was an astounding number to me.
Yeah.
There are currently more than 1,900 games in development for Xbox One, all of which could run on Project xCloud. Developers creating those games continue working normally, building with the tools they have while we do the work to make their games accessible to the broadest set of players possible. We also recently added enhancements to our standard Xbox developer kit to add support for streaming. One API we're excited about is the new IS streaming API, or is streaming,
Is streaming.
is streaming,
Is
which
not.
allows which allows any game to know if it's streaming from the cloud. Games can then queue features and functionalities to announce the streaming experience. For instance, adjust font
Enhance.
sizes. What?
I thought you said announce. Enhance.
Uh, okay, gamers can queue features and functionality to enhance the streaming experience. For instance, adjusting font sizes for smaller displays or hosting multiplayer matches on a single server to reduce latency. We'll continue to look for ways to empower developers to tailor their games for the many ways their customers play. Project xCloud is an exciting journey we are all on together. We can't wait to invite the community, provide feedback, help us shape it, and participate in development in a very open and transparent way. Stay tuned. So,
Very
I
cool.
mean, this was a really cool article, one I
Yeah.
really enjoyed reading. I was seriously shocked that there's that many games that are in development, and to know that there's more than 3,500 games right now that automatically can just be put into this xCloud, and the devs don't have to do anything. And
That's
I'm just like,
huge.
"That's awesome. That is awesome." Really cool. I can't wait to really make use of this. Um, I can't wait to test it out. I'm definitely gonna be running it through its paces and seeing how well it works when
And
we have that ability to do so.
and you don't have to lug your Xbox around when you travel.
Dude, my Surface tablet's gonna become my traveling. I'm gonna play playing Xbox games on it. So, absolutely. Can't
Yeah.
wait.
Oh, and I can only imagine like what developers must think where when they look at the possibilities, I don't know if necessarily the financials, but if they develop for Xbox, then they're open to be played on all platforms, essentially.
Right.
You develop for
Yeah.
one, you're everywhere.
That's
Huge.
exactly, yeah.
Because that's the thing that developers want, right? They want the
Yeah.
scope to be able to be purchasable by as many people as possible. That's
You
why.
write it once and it can go to everybody.
Mhm. And I don't know how big the porting teams are for games. You know,
A
like
lot of
Far
times
Cry.
they cash that out to other studios.
Yeah,
They gotta farm that work out. That can't be cheap.
right,
So, now this allows you to not you don't even have to do it.
right. You know, it's like some of these games, they have 500 plus people working on them. And that's, for the game. And then there's the divisions of that for each console. So let's say if you have 100 people working on Xbox, and these numbers are probably just made up. I don't know if they're anywhere even close to being right. But if you have 100 people working on Xbox, 100 programmers on Xbox, 100 on Switch, you could then have more people working on Xbox, which maybe could get the game development faster, right? Or get it moved along quicker
Yeah.
and get the product out the door faster. I don't know. It'll be interesting. Interesting to see what's realized with this whenever it comes to fruition.
Yeah.
But all right, you all set with that?
Yep.
All right. There was a leak about a new Contra game coming out for the consoles. That's Xbox, Switch, and PS4. So Contra was a much beloved game from, wow, like 25 years ago. When did that thing come out? 1987. 30 years ago, 32 years,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, 32 years ago. It was originally a coin operated shooter game. And it looks like Konami is going to be releasing a brand new one and possibly, the old remake, remaster, HD, definitive edition, whatever,
Yeah.
as well. I don't have any more details, but I know that a lot of hardcore gamers are huge fans of this game, amongst others from the same time period, because it's, pretty much when we were in high school and we were throwing quarters into games at the arcades. And we'll see what happens with this one. So Contra coming soon to a console near you. And then Game Pass is something that we've been talking about almost every show now for the past month or two. And there's a couple more additions that were added to the May timeframe. So they're adding stuff left and right. A bunch of these we mentioned before, but here's what's coming to Game Pass starting May 23rd, which was that Friday? No, Thursday. Thursday, we had Metal Gear Survive and Banner Saga. For some reason, I thought Banner Saga, that was in Games with Gold, wasn't it? I think,
Yeah. Yes.
yeah. So on the 23rd, we have Metal Gear Survive and Banner Saga. On the 29th, we have Void Bastards. On the 30th, Dead by Daylight and Outer Wilds. I know a lot of folks are looking forward to Outer Wilds. And then June 6th, when is that? That is next Thursday. We've got Full Metal Furies, The Banner Saga 2, and Super Hot. So if you get
Hot.
if you get Banner Saga, which is in there now, maybe you can finish it by the time Banner Saga 2 comes out. There you go. There's a challenge.
I don't know if you've noticed, Rob, but we have a guest
Yes.
show.
I saw your guest walking around in the back for like the last 5-10 minutes.
Now he's hanging out. He just had his nose up on the microphone.
Yeah. Did he give the microphone a nice lick or something?
He
We're
was
talking about
trying
his
to.
dog. Mark's pooch is hogging the camera.
My buddy. My
Yeah.
buddy.
Yeah.
You've been
That
replaced, Rob.
no, you could be the TXL mascot. How's that?
There you go.
I already like I like the new guy much better than the old little guy. that
Ah.
that hated me
Oh, he hated
along with I
everybody.
was about to say along with everybody else.
Yeah. Yeah, he was a mama's boy.
He's like
So,
anyway. All right, so that's it for the Game Pass editions. And then there's been some talk about controllers for some time now. You know, we had the adaptive controller. Well, originally we've had all the various flavors of the Xbox controllers
yeah.
that we've had, you know, along with the Design Lab. Then we had the Elite controller, and then the adaptive controller not too long ago. There's been a couple companies that have had, um, like what Hyperkin, I think is the company. They had the Duke controller that they put out recently. And, that's left a sort of a void in the upper tier. Like, has there really been any competition with the Elite controller? Well, Scuff has always been up to the task. So they're a third party controller manufacturer, which is very popular with a lot of like the hardcore gamers. I know some folks in the community have their stuff, but they have the Prestige controller. It can be pre-ordered now. So this is kind of like like I said, a competition for the Elite controller. You can pre-order it for $160. While that is expensive, I guess in some cases you get what you pay for. So slightly more than the. How much is the Elite controller? Is that listed at 149? Is that how much it was? Do you remember, Mark? Hello, hello, Mark. Hello, you with me?
Sorry.
Oh, no problem.
Got interrupted.
No problem. So I was saying that we've had the Elite controller for some time now. Wasn't the list price on that 149? I think it was, right?
Yeah. Yeah, 150, yeah.
Yeah, so the new Scuff controller is $10 more. So that's the Scuff Prestige is another $10, and at the surface it looks pretty much identical to the Elite controller, although it's got a little bit more customization to it. It looks like the face can come off, the top part of the controller can come
Yeah.
off. There's these like little rings that go around the analog sticks. The paddles underneath are replaced. So the main features are it's got a lithium ion battery that gives you up to 30 hours on a single charge, removable faceplate for customization and thumbstick configuration. It's 262 grams. That makes it one of the lightest controllers for Xbox One. Durable rubberized grip, hair triggers, and a new trigger stop system, wireless connectivity with Xbox One, and Bluetooth connectivity for PC and Android. So that's pretty cool. So you don't need any kind of dongle to play on PC with it, and you can hook it up to Android. And I wonder if this opens it up for use with XCloud. It'll be interesting to see what happens with that. And yeah, I think that's about it for this. Very cool. If you're looking for a new controller, you might want to look at this instead of getting an Elite if you already don't have Elite. And I'm really surprised that Xbox hasn't come out with another Elite, like the Elite 2, like we speculated a while back. But all right, moving on. A little bit of Dauntless news. So I talked about Dauntless a little bit ago, and it
A game that
appears
no one can play.
yes, So, I mean, Dauntless, I believe, has been out for a little while now in beta or beta. But Phoenix Labs announced on Thursday, I think. When was it? Yes, on Thursday, this past Thursday, the 23rd, that Dauntless reached 4 million total players after the launch on the consoles. It had the official launch on the 21st. Up until then, Dauntless had only been available on PC betas and early access. And 24 hours after initial release, they gained 500,000 new players. And then Phoenix Labs is looking to release the game on Switch and mobile in the near future. And also, the game supports full crossplay across all 3 platforms. So that's pretty cool. It's not a feature that got added, it's something that they got from the beginning.
That's good.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's how it should be, right?
And that's probably why their numbers are higher.
Oh, yeah.
I would say that has a lot to do with it.
Mm-hmm. And I read an article over the weekend that was kind of interesting where there was an interview, I think, or some statements made from the Phoenix Lab folks about, the connectivity problems that they've been having, or, people having issues getting in and waiting hours upon hours to get through the queue. And what they said basically was that they tested extensively, um, during their beta period to make sure that they were ready. And the guy goes, but it's a little different when you test and when people actually try to get into the service. And I guess they weren't anticipating, such a huge jump in users. I'm actually kind of curious to see how much horsepower that needs on the back end in order to support all those people, or even what like Fortnite has, or
Yeah.
PUBG, or any of those games that are like massively multiplayer. Is it like hundreds, thousands, tens of thousands of servers on the back end doing everything? Curious. But yeah, that was for Dauntless over there. Battlefront 2 recently got an update, and I thought this was kind of interesting. I doubt that very many people are still playing this thing. When was the last time you played BF2? Or wait, no, you really didn't, right?
Battlefront 2. I played it. It's been a while though.
Did I say Battlefield? I meant Battlefront.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
Battlefront 2.
yeah, I keep saying Battlefield for some reason. But
It's it's been quite a while.
yeah, because they made the loot box a 4-letter word, right?
Yes. Yes, they did.
Yes, they did. And so this is kind of interesting. They had an update that bumped the level caps of players. So, like a lot of games, there's like a level cap, 50, 60, 70, whatever. And right now, they bumped all of the characters. So troopers would max out at level 70, heroes at 40, and ships at 40, reinforcements at 30, and vehicles at 30. So now all of the character classes can go up to level 1000. Isn't that a little bit of a jump?
that's it just doesn't even make any sense. Like 1,000?
Yeah. So apparently if you had the time to like get up to level 70 and you were disappointed not being able to go to 71, now you can go all the way up to 999 and 1000.
Woohoo!
It'd be really interesting to see if people can get that high. I'm sure some will.
Oh yeah.
But it's how old is this game now? About 2, 3 years?
I would say two. Right? It
Mm-hmm.
came out, yeah, last between Battlefield 1 and 5, right? I do
Yeah.
believe.
So they say while players will continue to unlock star cards and earn credits for reaching each level before the previous limits, no rewards will be granted for leveling up to one of the newly available levels. This level increase is very much being done to give players bragging rights and to continue working towards something. What? Why would you want you bother?
I don't know.
I don't know.
It's, I guess, it's another way to possibly bring.
Yeah. I guess somebody's more apt to keep leveling up if that number increases rather than just continuing and not getting anything, then it seems kind of pointless. You don't get that what do they call it? A Skinner box effect. It's so popular in these mobile games
Yeah.
nowadays. But yeah, I thought that was interesting. So if level 70 was too easy, try for level 770 and see where that goes. And then last thing I've got is you mentioned Anthem a little bit ago,
Yes.
and Anthem has been getting some press. Unfortunately, not very good press. A lot of missteps by the developers and such. Following in the footsteps of Fallout 76. I think it came out after, or right around the same time, somewhere around there. So, what's interesting about this is, I think Anthem's okay. There's
I
it's a
like
beautiful
it.
game. I mean, it looks great.
I like the game.
Hmm. And there was an article that I read that basically said that Anthem may well go down as the biggest flop of this generation of consoles. And it is currently one of the lowest rated games in BioWare's history. So what
Wow.
what other stuff has BioWare made? So they made
Mass Effect.
Mass Effect, right? Let's see if it's got this link shows some of these other ones.
The Dragon Age series.
Mass Effect, Anthem, Dragon Age, Andromeda, Shattered Steel. Oh, they made Sonic Chronicles, Dragon Age 2, Star Wars The Old Republic, MDK 2. Oh, wow. I remember that game. It was kind of revolutionary a little bit almost at the time. Now I think about MDK, it's kind of like Anthem. Got the dude flying. Anyway, Dragon Age Origins, Neverwinter Nights, Jade Empire, Dragon Age Inquisition, Mass Effect, Baldur's Gate, Mass Effect 3, Baldur's Gate 2, and Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. Oh, and Mass Effect 2.
Yep.
So that's quite a few games, and
Anthem, I don't get.
yeah.
I know they had a lot of issues at release,
Mm-hmm.
and they basically, I think the biggest problem is they said it was going to be something that it turned out not to be. Um, and it my understanding from a lot of the things I've read is EA once again, EA got their fingers in there and said, put it out, and they cared more about, you know, getting stuff out instead of it
Investors.
actually being
Yeah.
done. And the game is still a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I really do enjoy it. Yeah, there's things that I think would be nice to change. I haven't played it in a while just because I've completely gone through everything.
Right.
I need new content. Um, and soon as they release more content, I will be back in it. And I think that's really kind of I don't know. To me, it seems like that's kind of the problem right now is there needs to be more content in there. I
Hmm.
played crap out of that game when it first came out. And like I said, I've done basically everything there is to do except all the little grindy stuff that warrants you nothing. Um, so, but I hope to get back in. As soon as they give new
Hmm.
stuff to do, I'll be back in it. It's a really good game.
Yeah.
I hate to see this one fall the way it's falling.
I wonder if like social media and reviews is what killed it, because the mob mentality is quick to judge and pounce on something.
Yep. Probably. I would
Yeah.
agree with that. Oh,
So the game also apparently has failed to meet EA's sales expectations, and it currently averages around 2,500 concurrent active players.
yeah, it's not a lot.
That's really low. Oh, that's numbers in North America, uh, which they say is disastrous for a live game service or live service game.
Yeah.
And then there was some chat on Reddit about this, where Anthem isn't even in the top 50 most played Xbox Live games. So Microsoft keeps a running list available of the most played games, and right now Battlefield 1 is last on the list,
Yeah.
and it averages between 2,500 and 7,500 people. It says not only does Anthem have fewer active players than Battlefield 1, which now is about 3 years old, but it even has fewer players than Fallout 76. Whoa.
Yeah, that's bad.
Mm-hmm.
That's bad there because that game people just ripped apart too.
Yeah.
So
It says Fallout 76, similar to Anthem, it had a great deal of hype, and it released to poor reviews, angry fans, and never ending parade of PR screw ups, basically.
yeah,
And and Fallout 76 is doing better. However, I can't talk. BioWare says it's committed to Anthem. Don't know exactly what that means. To me, it basically says they're committed until they're not.
exactly.
And that switch can turn off
They were
immediately.
supposed to have like was it a 90-day roadmap? They were supposed to have
Yeah.
like 3 months of content that we have yet to see.
Mm-hmm.
Which initially I don't mind because they that got delayed because they were fixing a bunch of stuff. Um, which they need to do, and but now it's like, I don't know if that content's gonna come out or not because I don't think there's as far as I know, the game's been running fine for quite a while now, and we've not heard anything about the content, so,
Mm-hmm.
uh, we'll see.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll hear something soon.
I mean, that's a very good point. If you're supposed to have like 4 big updates a year, right? Every 90 days, what does that mean if you don't get the support? So if there's only like 10,000 active players across all platforms, if the Xbox numbers are to be believed there, and the same across PC and PS4, is it worth it? But I think the rumors have it now that there might be an announcement at E3 that Anthem is going to go free to play. Who
Oh,
knows
jeez.
what that means for us
That's
that paid
that's
for it?
that's only gonna crank up the hate even more of the people who bought the game.
Yeah. Like if you bought like the big edition, what, for
I did.
$90? Yeah, so
I
did I.
did.
So did I.
Yeah. And then it's gonna be like, oh well, we're just gonna give it away free because the game nobody bought it. It's like, oh, thanks. You know, what are they gonna give me some special skin or something to make it up? Like, give me a break.
You'll get
That
like
that that's the type of
43
stuff that
skins,
will irritate me.
or they'll add loot boxes.
Oh, geez.
Well,
I would think not after the Battlefront 2 debacle.
hey,
So it
a
is EA
EA
though.
does not learn.
No, they don't. So
But yeah, E3 is just in a couple weeks here, so we'll see if they announce anything or if this game is just going to silently die away. It had so much hope like years ago, didn't it, when they first showed it? And
yeah.
they showed the javelin flying through that world, and it looked
Yep.
beautiful. And I mean, when you play it, it looks amazing.
It is. It's still it's people need to pick it up. It is a very fun game to play. I really enjoy it. It's worth the money. I like I said, it's frustrating that it had a bad launch because the game is really good, and I hate to see a game that is really fun, has a great potential for a nice franchise to just fizzle and burn out right away due to something due to a bad launch or a bunch of PR mistakes. It's it sucks.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, we'll see what happens in a couple
Yep.
weeks. Alrighty, that's it for the roundtable. Couple quick announcements again. If you'd like to leave us a voicemail, go to thisxboxlife.com. Click on the send voicemail widget on the right hand side of the screen. Leave us up to a 90-second message. Or you can also send us an MP3 recording to contact at thisxboxlife.com. We're also on Twitter and we have a Facebook group. Just search for This Xbox Life within Facebook, or just go to thisxboxlife.com/Facebook and it'll take you to the group. If you're not a member, you can ask for membership. It's really easy to join. Just answer 2 simple questions, which if you're a listener, you should be able to answer. Please answer both. And when I say both, I mean both. Question number 1 and question number 2. Not question number 1 and not 2. Not neither. Answer both, and we will let you in. The closed group basically means that kind of keeps spammers at bay. So we had problems with those initially. And also that if messages are posted in there, they stay within the group. They don't go to your regular timeline. And I think that's it. Here, let's go on to the retail releases for the week.
Okay, Rob, what you got for us today? What you got for us to play? Give us a list of games that we can buy and play. Okay, Rob.
Alrighty, for the week of May 28th through the 31st, we have on the 28th, Layers of Fear 2. Cricket 19, which is Xbox One X enhanced. On the 29th, we have Void Bastards, and this is a game that is going also straight into Game Pass. On the 29th, we also have Warlock's Tower. On the 30th, Outer Wilds, also going straight into Game Pass. On the 31st, the much awaited Warhammer Chaos Bane. This one is X enhanced. On the 31st, we also have Among the Sleep Enhanced Edition, Golem Gates, Xbox One X Enhanced, and Pixark 1.0, Xbox One X Enhanced. So it's a couple things.
Couple 2 tree.
Yeah, Outer Wilds looks interesting. Warhammer Chaos Bane, of course, also interesting there. I don't know about the others. Yeah. So that's this week. Games with Gold is going to, let's see, when's that going to switch? So that's going to, next switch is on the weekend. So you've got a couple more days here, about 5 more days to pick up these games for Xbox One. We have Marooners. This is the game for May. So on the 31st, this one will leave. Games with Gold. And the Golf Club 2019. This one started mid-month and will go through mid-June. Then Xbox 360 back compat. We have Comic Jumper for the rest of the month. And then, as usual, if you'd like to make any purchase on Amazon, please make sure to use our affiliate link. Each time that you do, we get a tiny little finder's fee for sending you their way. It does not cost you anything extra, but it's a quick and easy way to support the show with something that we all do, because we all use Amazon for all sorts of things. That's why the stores are disappearing, right, Mark?
That's right.
For good or bad, I guess. But also, if you're an iTunes user, find us on there, give us a 5-star review. The more reviews that we get on there, the more we get bumped up in the show, helps other people find out about the show. Also, follow us on Mixer, Twitch, and YouTube. And if you're a Twitch Prime user, subscribe to us on there. Each and every month, you get a free subscription every month. So if you're not using it, send it our way. And also, thanks to Learned Your Lesson for the music. That's about it for me. How about you, Mark?
I'm good.
Excellent. So my name is Rob, also known as Presar. Thanks for listening, everybody. We'll catch you all next week on episode 531. Oh, and Mark, tomorrow is Memorial Day. You are a veteran, so I'd like to say thank you for your service that you did for me, my family, and everybody else. Although you're still around.
Yes, thanks. So, but I'm glad you said that, because I thought about that at the beginning of the show. I wanted to say something. So just a shout out to,
Yeah.
tomorrow's Memorial Day. And I'm personally very grateful for all those who have served, and especially those that have given their life for the country. So
Yeah.
a big thanks to them and their families.
Absolutely.
Don't forget the real reason for this holiday, especially if you're in the States.
Oh, for sure.
Thanks. And I'm Mark, aka Wingman 709, taking off.
All right. Catch y'all next week, everybody.